evening and karibuni sana to another episode of My Source Business Show. And like we always say, this is your go-to destination for all things business. I am Doreen Kimondo and I'm so happy that you're joining us this evening for this wonderful show that is lined up for you. Now, today we are talking about clothing. We are in the industry of clothes. I'm talking to one amazing woman that sells clothes in Kiambu town. Her name is Eunice Mwangi Kimani. She is the director and the owner of Unique Clothing, a business that is based in Kiambu town, a building called Pongezi Plaza here at Kiambu town. Now, without further ado, help me welcome Eunice Mwangi Kimani.
Yay!
Karibu.
Thank you, Doreen. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Yeah. I'm delighted you're here this evening.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you so much for allowing us to be in your space. Where this is where the business is. Guys, you can see even right behind me whatever Eunice sells, and she'll be telling us more of what she does. Now, Eunice, we want to go right into the questions, and I want to know what inspired you to start this business of clothing. You can see we have children clothing. It's like family wear, right?
Yeah.
What inspired you to start such a business?
Thank you, Doreen, for the questions. And number one, I want to say that I was in employment for the longest.
Wow.
I was a banker for 13 years. I was working in one of the largest banks in this country.
Wow.
And most of the people that I used to deal with are business people. And I thought, what if I go outside there and start a business? Because I felt that it's more comfortable being self-employed as compared to working for another person.
Wow.
That is what inspired me to draft my resignation letter and come outside here and start something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have it figured out?
Not really. I would say that from employment, I stayed like 2 months before I decided what I wanted to do.
Right.
And in the 2 months that I stayed at home just trying to figure out, I also did something we call inquiry.
Oh, right.
I inquired of the Lord, like, God, what do you want me to do next? And the idea that was dropped into my heart, this is the idea that now you can see today.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Amazing. It is the Lord you inquired from.
Yes.
Not
Everything
man.
you do,
Yes.
inquire of the Lord first.
Wow.
Yes.
And that I hope our viewers are taking notes on that one. It's very important to inquire from the Lord, because you don't want also to get into the wrong business.
Exactly.
Now, this now brings me to the other question. Why did you decide to specialize in clothing?
Okay, during my introduction, I didn't mention that I'm a wife and a mother.
All right.
And being a mother, there's that passion that comes with motherhood. And that is why if you check what we have mostly in our premises, we have mostly the children clothing. Because my passion is in children. Again, when you compare now, when you're selling the clothes for children, you know, children, they grow very fast.
Very fast. Yes.
So you're very sure that this will be the fast moving goods.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we also focus on even the women and the men wear, but mostly we major on children clothing. Yeah, so that is what I weighed, and I saw, I think dealing with kids, it will be easier for me than even dealing with the grown up. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that we don't deal with other clothes. We do, but majorly on babies and the children between 0 to 14 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Now that you're dealing with the children, where, you know, there are so many people also doing the same business.
Yeah.
And you know, there is that thing that tells you, so-and-so is doing it, or then the person in the next store is doing it. Why did you feel like you will stand out in this market
One of the reasons that didn't scare me when I was coming to start this business, considering that there are other businesses that are existing of the same kind, it's because number one, I believe that I operate with grace beyond competition.
Amen.
Yeah, that is one of the things. Number two, every time you open a shop or every time you open a business that God is in it, you will never lack the portion for that day. So when I was coming in the morning, I know there's something that God had designed for me that day. And because our God is faithful, I'll have to get it. So you shouldn't be scared but that we have other shops that are selling the same products. God has your portion that day. Another thing, when you start a business that's in an area that has other businesses of the same kind that are operating in that area, you attract more customers. It is an advantage.
Right.
Yes.
I didn't know that
You
part.
cannot open a clothing shop in a place where we have hardwares. It can't work. So you have to fix yourself where there are other clothes, because even the clientele that you deal with, they will know if I go to this Pongezi Plaza, there are a lot of baby clothes. So if I go inside there, I will not lack what I want, and that is how you attract customers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know about that part of you venture into somewhere where there are also other people doing the same, because that is what people know. When we get to a certain place, we'll find particular things because they are sold mostly there.
Exactly.
Wow. That is amazing content. And just before we continue, I want people who are watching us, you can continue talking to us with the number on the screen. Get us your questions. If you want to talk to Nyambura, we will be answering those questions as they come. Eunice, how do you manage stock and inventory?
Okay, for now, I'm operating the business solely. So I do not have employees. So I'm running it myself. So I would say for now, it is very, very easy for me to manage because from my records, I have a laptop with me where I'm able to feed all the details that I want. I'm able to do all the stock taking. When I sell something, I'm able to update that this thing is not there. And maybe, for example, if I had 3 items and I have sold one, if you get to my laptop, you'll be able to see this item was sold, so we have 2. So it becomes easy for me to know when I have run out of stock and it is time for me to restock. So when you're alone, when you are running the business solely, it becomes very easy for you to take stock. But at the same time, if you have employees and you have a proper stock management system, it's not a big deal for you to do that.
But for now, when maybe you're starting, you are alone doing the stock. Okay. And do you sell just here at the physical shop, or do you also do online sales?
We are also doing online sales. I'm running several social media accounts. I'm in Instagram, I'm in TikTok, I'm in Facebook, and also I use my 2 WhatsApp status. So that is how I market the business, because nowadays people are preferring to go online, check the item that you're selling, and maybe they make the order. Unlike you seated here and waiting for customers to just come. You might even go for a day or 2. Mostly, you don't make much sales. But when you do it online, and because the technology right now is moving very fast, so you have to move with it. So we are also doing it online. And so we can say it is really working for us.
All right. Okay. And we did mention about the diapers that you're doing. You're doing different brands of diapers. So do you focus on one brand, or you can do any?
Okay, what we do when it comes to, like I said, I'm a mother. So when it comes to motherhood and diapers, every mother prefers their own brand. So probably my baby is comfortable using this brand, your baby is comfortable using that brand. So we combine all the brands, so that when a client gets in here and says, my baby uses this, we are able to provide.
you mentioned about the social media accounts that you have, and maybe someone is wondering which ones are these.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they would like maybe to order from you or reach out to you. You can kindly give them.
Yeah, if you go to Instagram, you go to TikTok, or you go to Facebook, our account is Unique Clothing. You type Unique Clothing with a K at the end. Unique Clothing stands for Eunice Kimani.
Okay.
So you're going to find us there.
Yeah.
And we are going to deliver. Actually, we do deliveries countrywide.
Yeah.
So yours is just to request and it will be delivered to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So you have no excuse of not getting to Eunice if you need this product that she sells. Now to the next question that I have, what are your ways of marketing? You mentioned about the social media handles that you have. What other ways do you use for marketing to attract other new customers? You may be having a clientele, but how do you reach out to new customers?
Okay, like I've said about the social media handles and also me being here. Okay, maybe what you're trying to ask is how do you attract more customers? Yes, yes. In the market, we have so many players.
Yeah.
We have almost the same product. But what distinguishes us, the players, it is the customer service that you offer. Okay?
Yeah.
So if someone gets inside this shop, how I'm going to react or how I'm going to receive them, it really determines whether that person is going to buy my good or not.
Exactly.
So I would say customer service is the key.
Yeah.
The kind of the kind of handling that you do to the customers, it makes all the difference. Because if you find this dress here, you can find it in any other shop. But why would a client decide I'm going to buy it at Unique Clothing? Because we give unique services to our customers.
Wow. I love that phrase. Kindly repeat that.
Unique services to our customers.
So everything here is unique. Wow. What are the business skills that has helped you run this business?
Okay, I would say when I was coming to start this business, initially I didn't have the business skills, to be honest, because you see, being in the banking in your early years, in my youthful years, actually I was in banking, I've never done business before. So when I inquired of the Lord and He gave me this idea, He also gave me the skills to run the business. And some of the skills that I have, like I said about the marketing and everything, because I believe I cannot just sit here and wait for someone to come.
That's true.
I have to do marketing.
Yeah.
Also, what I do, if a client comes to me right now and purchases something, I request them to say I save their number.
Okay.
So they become part of my clientele. I also have a WhatsApp group for Unique Clothing. So I'll request the customer, once I get your number, I'm going to add you to the WhatsApp group. Then when I have something new, I'll post and you'll see. And if you're interested, you are going to request for it. Yes.
Wow. That is an amazing. That's also another unique way of doing unique clothing.
Exactly.
As selling. How do you handle competition in this world of everyone is almost selling the same products that you're selling? How do you handle that?
Like I told you before, when I was starting the business, there's something that I'm really repeating about inquiring of the Lord.
Yes.
And being given the right idea and been given the right strategy. Then another thing that I also said, where I fellowship at Word of Faith Church, there's something that our bishop always tells us, that when we go to the marketplace, we are going to operate with grace that is above
beyond
competition.
Yeah.
So I would say competition doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't really matter to me because I know what I carry and this idea that God gave me, and our God doesn't make mistakes. So I would say competition, even if someone comes and opens a similar business next to me, it will not really bother me.
You will not feel like they are hurting
no,
you.
no. In fact, I'll be very happy. Actually, I'll even cheer them up because I know at least now we are many, we are attracting more clients.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I'm just carrying a point home of inquiring of the Lord
all
that
the
is
time.
Something so
all the
profound.
time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, touch something about discipline. You are the owner here. How does your day go by? Do you just when does your day even start? Now this is your business.
Yeah.
No one is checking up on you. No one wants to check whether unit has opened. How do you deal with that? And why is discipline very important when it comes to business?
I would say that for the 13 years that I was employed, and I always tell people, and especially young people who are getting in corporate organizations, for the 13 years I was employed, I never got to work late. That is number one. Number two, I never gave an excuse and said, today I'm not feeling well, I will not come. I never faked the doctors whatever, because that is what most people are doing. They are saying, oh, the doctor has given me a day off, I'm not feeling well. I never faked that. And let me tell you something, our God checks on our faithfulness.
Sure.
Out of the faithfulness that I depicted 13 years ago is what I'm reaping now. So the 13 years practice that I did there, I also carried here.
Wow.
I've never opened this business late. I've never closed it in the course of the day so that I can go and run some other errands. And for example, if I have an important meeting to attend, I will close it down completely for the whole day, attending maybe an important meeting, but not just waking up and feeling, today I don't feel like opening the business. I don't do that because there is a seed that I planted somewhere, and that is what I'm reaping right now.
Wow.
Yes. So I can tell you, when it comes to discipline, yes, it is there 100%. Yes.
Wow. Hey, I feel a lot of, I feel like when I want to start a business, I should consult you because you have very wise, you have nuggets of wisdom. Every person, every entrepreneur out there may be doing the same business or into entrepreneurship, or someone who wants to start. I think these are golden nuggets that someone should note down before they start doing any kind of business. Have you ever changed your business model to adapt to customer needs?
No, I haven't. Because like I told you, it is a God-given idea.
Right.
But now what we do, for example, a client will come to this shop, request for a certain product. Mostly, or maybe probably, you do not have it. So what do? Next time, you make sure when you're doing the restocking, you include that product.
So that is what people do?
Yes. Today, a client might come, I want this and this and this. Then you tell them, for today, I do not have, but if you come next time, I will have it.
Right.
Yes. And refer them to your neighbor. So if they have that product, they can get it from there. So not really changing the business model, but making sure the customer needs are met. And met at the right time.
Do you have plans of widening your business?
Yes. Unique Clothing is going to Ruiru town.
Wow.
Yes, people from Ruiru, please hear this. Unique Clothing is also going to Gatondo town.
Amazing.
Opposite Gatondo Level 4 hospital. So mothers, men, women at Ruiru and Gatondo, Unique Clothing is coming. Wait for it.
Wait for it. Look out for it. It's the next big thing. Right. And at that point, I want you to look at that camera. Talk to someone who wants to start. Give advice of what you have learned so far through your business, and encourage someone who wants to start, or someone who is already in business and maybe business is frustrating them. What did you tell them?
Thank you very much, Doreen, for that. I would like to talk to someone outside there who wants to start a business, and mostly we have the fear of unknown.
Yeah.
You do not know, if I start this business, what becomes of me? What I would like to tell that person, before you start that business, inquire of the Lord. God, what do you want me to do? Give me an idea. I remember, Doreen, before I started this business, I had to send myself to Heaven's Gate for some few days because I really wanted to hear God, because I did not want to make a mistake. So if you're there, you want to start a business, number one, do not fear. Inquire of the Lord. He will give you the answer at the right time. He will give you the best idea and you will never be disappointed.
Right.
Number two, do not fear competition. Anytime you open a shop, as long as you are open, God will send your customers that day.
Yeah.
And once He sends your customers that day, that is what He wanted you to do for that day.
Sure.
And he has given you what you really need for that day. Number three, if you come today and you find that maybe you didn't get a client also, please don't close your business or don't open the business late, because what people do, they have given up. They come opening the businesses at 11, at 12, maybe some others they close at 3.
Yeah.
Probably the moment you have closed the business, God had sent your customer that time. And so you have missed that opportunity. So in business, we need to be very much disciplined.
Yeah.
Yes. Discipline is key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before now we wind up, there is this question. How much capital do you need to start that kind of a business? And where do you even get your goods from?
Doreen, I would say when it comes to capital, it depends with the person.
Yeah.
Because even when we were starting Unique Clothing, we didn't start this way. We started very, very small. And even for the clients maybe who will watch me online, and they know us when we were starting, we started very, very small. But gradually we have grown. How do you grow? The small profit that you make from the small capital that you have, you channel it back to the business and make it bigger.
Okay.
So whatever capital you have, if you have 1,000 shillings, my dear friend out there, it is enough for you to start a business.
Okay.
How? Nowadays, you go online, you post something, then I'll be interested in that product that you have posted. You do not have it.
Yeah.
Okay? So what you have bought with the 1,000 is just bundles. You post a product, I'll see that product. Then I'll tell you, Doreen, I need that product. Then you'll go get it for me. Out of that one product that I've bought from you, today, tomorrow, you'll bring like 2 products of the same kind out of the profit that you have made.
Yeah.
So don't say, oh, I need 100,000, I need 200,000, I need 1 million. No, you can start with the little that you have.
Right.
Just be disciplined.
Be disciplined with whatever you have.
Yes.
And now, where do you get your products from?
We get our products from 2 sources.
Okay.
When it comes to clothing, first of all, we are getting them from Eastleigh Market. But when we are coming with the shoes, we are importing directly from China.
Okay.
Yeah, so anyone even outside there who would like to do we would like to import, and maybe you're wondering, and how can I do this? Kindly come and see me. I will assist you for free. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow. You see the blessing that we came. You'll even be assisted for free if you want to know how to import goods from China, like Eunice has just told us.
Yeah.
Eunice, I'm so happy and so grateful that you could find time to have this conversation with us.
Yeah.
Thank you for allowing us to be in your space and to do this show. So, and would like to see more of you. So, if you don't mind, we can come back, right?
You're most welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So that has been Eunice Mwangi Kimani of Unique Clothing here at Kiambu. We are so happy that she could join us on PrayerCave TV for this amazing show here at My Source Business Show. Thank you so much, our viewers, for staying tuned. Thank you for talking to us through our number on the screen. That is 0710546454, and also across all our social media platforms. Kindly talk to us. Tell us what kind of businesses would you want us to showcase? What kind of entrepreneurs would you like us to bring to you? And we will do exactly that. This has been My Source Business Show with me, Doreen Imondo.